This is what's captured every time an officer comes into contact with the person. The camera can record up to 10 hours of footage, and after each shift, it's uploaded into the station's database. So why only 1 month's notice? This press release from May of last year says that the race will be held in downtown Richmond, when this one from February quotes City of Richmond Mayor Dwight Jones and Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe saying they're excited it's coming. The question is, who told VCU? The $90,000 project is being funded by Altria, so you won't see runoff like you do here in the pathway, making its way down to the James River for much longer.
The article claimed that a student named Jackie was gang raped at a Phi Kappa Psi party in September 2012. CBS 6's Teresa Galasso is in our newsroom tonight with more on that investigation. Teresa?
An investigation into the Rolling Stone article published last November has come to a close. The article claimed that a student named Jackie was gang raped at a Phi Kappa Psi fraternity party in September 2012. Since the original article, there have been many discrepancies. Police talked to 11 men who lived in the fraternity house and some of Jackie's friends. And while no evidence was found to show a rape occurred, the case is not closed because there is no evidence against it either. Jackie did not give a statement or answer any questions on the subject. Phi Kappa Psi may pursue legal action against Rolling Stone because of the damage they say was caused by the magazine. The Columbia University School of Journalism has been hired by Rolling Stone to fact-check the story. After the review, the magazine apologized and removed the article.
And families were in for a shock this past weekend as they visited their loved ones' grave sites to find tire tracks and damaged headstones. CBS 6's Teresa Galasso is in our newsroom with what maintenance is doing to fix the problem.
The damage was spotted by some people visiting family members buried at the cemetery.
You're not only disrespecting the dead, but you're disrespecting the family members as well.
Becky Spain is one of many concerned after seeing these pictures on Facebook showing severe damage at Chesterfield County's Dale Memorial Park. Spain says her father is buried here. Fortunately, no harm was done to his headstone. However, when she drove down to see the damage for herself, Spain says she was outraged.
I can only imagine how these people feel coming out here and seeing that the money that they put into this has now been damaged because of poor maintenance.
There are tire tracks in the path of grave sites, sinking tombstones, and holes covered by boards. Families say a truck drove over their loved ones' headstones, leaving them damaged. And if you look here, this one is even out of the ground. And those to blame, maintenance workers. A public relations firm speaking on behalf of Dale Memorial Park issued a statement that reads in part, "We empathize with our client families and understand their concerns about the cemetery grounds. Occasionally, due to the circumstances beyond our control, our property requires additional maintenance, which we conduct as professionally and as quickly as possible." But Angela Osment is questioning their professionalism. She too has family members buried here. She says the maintenance workers insist the recent snowfall was partially to blame, but Osment believes otherwise.
If the weather did that, then they need to keep the tractors away until the ground hardens. That's it.
Crews are now scheduled to clean up Dale Memorial Park to restore it back to its original condition. The cemetery is working on fixing all of the damage. Police departments everywhere are catching heat about whether they use too much force, and VCU PD is doing something about it. Body cameras are the newest addition to every VCU police officer's uniform. VCU Police Chief John Venuti says the department has looked into the cameras for the past 2 years, and they couldn't have come at a better time.
The advantage of the body-worn video camera is it really gives us an unbiased, first-hand account of everything that actually transpired, and that's really, really valuable.
The department bought 25 cameras, including charging stations and a storage system, costing roughly $100,000 over the next 5 years. The device is worn on the officer's shoulder. This is what's captured every time an officer comes into contact with the person. The camera can record up to 10 hours of footage, and after each shift, it's uploaded into the station's database. VCU student Alexis Cutler says these cameras could help students in a tough situation.
Right now in the news that police officers are maybe overgoing their authority, so then the students can have video proof that they are doing right.
According to VCU police, in the past 4 years, use of force incidents on campus have dropped from 58 to 7, and complaints from 69 to 19. Venuti says the cameras will cut down on paperwork, allowing the officers to focus more on the incident itself.
I think what the body camera is actually going to do is it's going to really allow the officers to do their jobs.
Final exams for VCU student Jordan Donnelly just got a little more stressful.
Apparently we got a mass email, but nobody reads the mass emails.
The email from VCU informed students that exams scheduled for Friday, May 2nd will now be held on Wednesday, April 30th.
It made me lose a whole entire weekend of studying.
The reason is the 2014 USA Cycling Collegiate Road National Championships. The race route shown in blue cuts right through VCU's campus. So why only 1 month's notice? This press release from May of last year says that the race will be held in downtown Richmond, when this one from February quotes City of Richmond Mayor Dwight Jones and Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe saying they're excited it's coming. The question is, who told VCU? A race that VCU officials say the City of Richmond didn't tell them about. VCU Senior Vice Provost John Winsek says he heard about the event just this March.
Unfortunately, we really weren't brought into the communication loop as early as we would have liked.
In a later email to VCU Insight, Winsek says, "My understanding is that VCU was not consulted about dates or course locations. The course traverses city-owned streets, so they can make that decision without our input. I reached out to 3 different people from City Hall, but not one would comment on this story." Winsek says VCU didn't have a lot of time to address everyone's concerns.
We had to look for a solution that minimized the impact on our students.
Insight's Teresa Galasso is in the newsroom with more. Good evening, Teresa.
Good evening, Mark. The 21st Street entrance to Belle Isle is being revamped and renovated for the 2015 UCI Road Championship coming to Richmond this September. Deteriorating stairwells overrun with mold and mud are being replaced with large stepping stones. Instead of dirt, plants that are native to the area are being put in. And a rain garden is being placed at the bottom of the path to catch runoff leading to the river. It's all right on the route for more than 1,000 of the world's top cyclists and the expected 450,000 spectators. Amber Ellis is the watershed restoration manager for the James River Association. She says the goal of the project is to create something that will enhance the river.
So we wanted to make it beautiful, but also make it something with a purpose as well. Something that will help the James River.
The site welcomes more than 100,000 visitors every year. The $90,000 project is being funded by Altria, so you won't see runoff like you do here in the pathway, making its way down to the James River for much longer. Bike racks along with a bike repair station are also being added to the area. Richmond Cycling Corps member Samuel Park says he's excited to see the city become a more convenient place to ride a bike.
It definitely shows that Richmond is gearing towards the bike race. They're definitely doing a lot more bike-centric renovations, improvements throughout Richmond. And so this is just one more awesome thing that's happening.
Construction starts any day now. The renovations are scheduled to be completed by the end of the month. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Teresa.